Out to sell a stone. At the foot of a hill lived a sage. A brook flowed by, and the forest beyond it abounded in sweet fruits. The sage had a number of disciples around him. They studied scriptures and learned how to do yoga under his guidance. Although many more would like to enroll themselves as the sage's disciples, it was not easy for them to do so. The sage initiated a man only after he stayed in his ashram for 2 or 3 years, if not longer. Many who came with the desire to be his disciples lost patience after some time and went away. But Shekhar was not one of such restless men. He had come to the sage with the firm determination of turning into his disciple. He had already stayed in the ashram for 2 years, ungrudgingly doing whatever the Guru asked him to do, from tending the cows to sweeping the ashram area. At last he was going to reach his goal. The sage had promised to initiate him on an auspicious day that was not far. On the appointed day, Shekhar woke up long before it was dawn. He bathed and gathered flowers from the forest and was ready for the ceremony. Soon the day broke and the other inmates of the ashram began doing their daily chores. Shekhar went near the sage's hut and peeped in again and again. The sage seemed engrossed in reading some palm leaves. He had perhaps forgotten all about the ceremony, Shekhar thought. With a heart full of anxiety and expectation, Shekhar entered the hut and said, "Sir, you promised to initiate me this morning. I am ready. Will you please do the needful now?" "You are ready, are you? Very well. Come here," said the sage without even lifting up his head from the palm leaves. Shekhar went closer to the master. At the indication from the sage, he sat down on the floor. The sage looked up for a moment and whispered, "Utter the name of Lord Rama." Shekhar kept on sitting there, uttering the name of Rama. An hour passed. The Guru rose to go to attend some other work. "Sir, what about initiating me?" asked Shekhar, fumbling. "You are already initiated, my child. Haven't I passed on the mantra to you?" The Guru replied and went away. Shekhar felt disappointed. 2 years of patient waiting and all that the Guru gave him as the mantra was the name of Lord Rama. Who does not know the name? What was secret or mysterious about it? Shekhar did not say a word about it to anybody, but he kept on looking gloomy. A week passed. One day the sage called him into his hut and gave him what looked like a small block of white stone. "Take this one to the bazaar, ascertain its price from various merchants, but do not sell it off," was the sage's instruction. Shekhar at once set out for the bazaar and reached there in the morning on the next day. As he entered the busy area of the bazaar, he saw a fishwife opening her basket. "Will you like to buy this thing from me?" Shekhar asked her. The fishwife looked at Shekhar and his stone with curiosity and then said, "Do you think I have time to waste with a madcap like you? What on earth am I going to do with a worthless stone? What an inauspicious beginning for my day. Begone, unless you wish to buy some of my fresh fish." Shekhar moved away. A shopkeeper had just opened his stationery store. Shekhar held out the stone to him and asked, "How much would you pay for this?" The shopkeeper took it into his hand and said, "With a bit of wetting, it can become a nice stone to sharpen knives with. I can pay you a rupee for it." Shekhar took it back and went to a toy shop. "Will you like to buy it from me?" he asked the shopkeeper. "This may serve as a crown on the head of one of the big dolls. I can give you 5 rupees for it," said the shopkeeper. Shekhar met a few more merchants and they were willing to pay relatively higher prices for the stone for different reasons. At last Shekhar entered a jewelry shop and showed the stone to its owner. "My God, where on earth did you get this? This is the most precious diamond I have ever seen." "Well, I can buy it for 1 lakh rupees if you allow me time to arrange the money. I have to sell away all I have to get such a big sum." Shekhar took back the diamond and returned to the ashram. "My son," the sage told, addressing Shekhar even before he had reported to him all that passed between himself and the merchants. The name of Lord Rama is like this diamond. For one who does not know the significance of the word, it has no worth. It is invaluable to one who understands its value. Do you understand? Shekhar realized that he had no reason to feel disappointed. Indeed, the Guru knew what was necessary for him. He stuck on to the ashram and in due course emerged as a true yogi under the able guidance of the sage. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.